Look at that with the slow fade. No, not slow fade. You know what? We're in time warp
like a professional.
We were in a time warp again. That's awesome. I love it. Welcome to both mics.
Welcome. This is a show about nothing and everything. He's Mike Sofka.
And he is Mike Taylor. And together we are both mics.
Welcome. Show number 23. Like my birthday. 23.
Nice.
Favorite number.
Now everybody
it's a
knows.
Show about nothing and everything.
Yes.
Welcome, folks. Come see us on twitch.tv/bothmics. We're usually on Friday night, 7, 8, somewhere in that neighborhood. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us on Facebook. Catch us with pneumonia. Whatever. Good morning.
Yes, we're thankful to be everywhere where you can find us. Anywhere you can find stuff, you can find us. So
yes, we are good with stuff.
You know, I'm gonna come right out of the gate with it. I'm gonna do it again because this is what we do. It's time for the alien update again.
Oh.
Boss looking alien! Where?
Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous to Earth people!
It's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien, too. But I think he's an alien robot. You could be an alien robot, right? Like, not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister and dangerous acts.
You weird alien man!
Nice. I like doing the alien update here, dude. I like it. I think it's here to stay.
I guess so. Yeah, you kind of ran with it there, you know.
Well, we bring it up because we bring up Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, all those guys. You're looking at the picture on a video and you're like, Mike, that's not an alien.
Exactly. I was like, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah. This guy has an interesting story. Okay.
Is
Do
this
you
the
know who that
backseat guy?
is? By looking at the picture.
Is that the backseat guy?
The backseat guy.
Yeah. Last week we talked about the guy who sat in the back seat and he refuses to drive the car.
No. That's not the.
Yeah, and the police have pulled him over and gave him tickets and all kinds of crap because he refuses to sit in the front seat. He wants to sit in the back seat like a moron.
Yes.
Yes, but no. That's not him.
That's not him. This guy's a famous MMA fighter. It's a famous UFC fighter, Benil Dariush.
He's playing pocket pool. What's up with that?
Here's what he did. He ordered a Tesla in 2020, and he still hasn't seen it yet.
Well, doesn't he have that one there?
Well, this is what this cat did. He called him out on social media, kind of like we've been talking about. Just go ahead and call the CEO of the company out on social media. He did that, and Musk apologized to him on social media and sent him a Tesla loaner car until his car is ready.
Really? Okay.
Because you and I would get that same level of service, right?
Exactly. So yeah, what's the saying goes? You know, drive it like you stole it,
Exactly.
Or drive it like you rented it. Drive it like a rental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard of people that have had to wait a long time to get a Tesla, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't wait in line at Disney. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to be there all 45. I don't even go to Disney because of the lines. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to hand somebody $50, $60, $70, $100,000 or even on paper that money and not get something. I'm not going to wait a year or two to get it.
Well, that was like the generation, the eighth generation of Corvette. You and me have a friend that we used to work with at the Lame Tourist Cafe, and you probably don't know who he is off the top of your head, but he's a friend of both of ours, and he got a blue Corvette, and he waited about a year, and then he was in 9 months in, he was like, oh, they're telling me they're going to back it off to another year, and then like 3 months later, he got his car, and it's beautiful, you know, it's a mortgage payment. It's crazy, but he's single. His one kid from a previous marriage decades ago is grown, so he's, you know, I guess he took his child support payment and moved it over to a car.
Hey, why not?
Or if he was smart enough, he paid cash for it with you know, some inheritance he got or something.
Wow.
But yeah, He drives. That's his daily driver.
Yeah, I have another friend of mine who has a Stingray. They bought it when the Stingrays came back out, I guess, maybe in 17 or so, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, people will wait that long.
Well, again, I'm learning my lesson here. Now, I know I'm not a UFC fighter. I know I'm not this or that, but I'm just going to start directing all my questions, customer service directions, sales questions, any product or service. I'm going right to the CEO's Twitter, and I'm going to tweet them directly.
Right. Yeah. And then, this will get played out, and then the CEO's Twitter will be managed by some administration, somebody or other, Not
Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk does a lot of his own stuff. I think he sees it, and he directs somebody else. He's like, hey, send this guy a card. Take care of this shit. Act like it's me, And
right.
Hats off to him. I like it. This is why I like Elon Musk. Elon Musk makes stuff happen. Bezos is a little on the whiny side for me, Yeah. Oh, why can't Blue Origin do that? Because we give you $500 million and you're not ready.
Yeah, well, and his ex-wife too probably had a lot to do with it, But all right, he's pictured here in a white Tesla. They probably have a bunch of white ones laying around because who the hell wants a white Tesla? You put like an AT&T sticker on the door and it looks like a fleet vehicle. Florida FPL, Florida Power and Light sticker on the door. Hate white cars.
Well, there's some tension growing now between Musk and Bezos. And
really?
Apparently, because we heard this again with Bezos whining about Musk and Blue Origin and not getting a fair shake. Did you make that picture?
Did you do that, or did you find that someplace?
No, I found it.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm creative, but I'm not technically good. So
you're not technically good or technically good?
Technically, I'm no good. Either way you say it, I like it.
Where's the comma?
Look,
yeah. You were saying.
Anyway, there's all sorts of talk on Capitol Hill last week. Elon Musk SpaceX warned that legislation is now being considered that would reward Jeff Bezos with a $10 billion sole source handout that would tie up NASA's moon plans and hand space leadership to China. Bezos' Blue Origin space company countered quickly and forcefully, lie, as it said. These are quotes, lie, of the allegations in SpaceX's paper. What is Elon Musk afraid of? A little competition? So Bezos to me seems to be the kid that can't get into the clubhouse because no girls are allowed. But I'm not a girl. It's okay. We're not allowing you either. He's coming off whiny to me. Just build your product, make it better, make it happen. I like Musk makes it happen. Musk takes chances. Musk isn't always right. Musk is still getting chased around for smoking weed on Joe Rogan's podcast where there was video.
It was like 2 years ago?
Yeah, he's still taking heat for that. Now, Bezos, if you want to catch up to Musk, you need to go on Joe Rogan's podcast and smoke weed so everybody thinks you're cool.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's going to happen with Mr. Bezos. He's probably too busy hiking.
His alien background, he's a different alien than Musk. I mean, look at him. Do those guys look the same?
No. Well, they kind of do.
I mean, they're both shapeshifters. They should be, somewhat uniform to standard humanization.
Okay, we'll take that.
I don't know what standard humanization is.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing at. Like,
go ahead and send those emails, folks. Go ahead and send them. Now, I don't know when you're listening to this. I don't know when you're watching this. But there is something coming up pretty cool that we don't get to see. It's going to be as a result of something else, though. You ever hear of a blood moon?
A blood moon?
Yeah, blood moon.
Possibly. I don't keep track of moons and their phases and if they're entering Mercury or Uranus or Jupiter. I don't know. A waning moon.
You're not out buying tampons for the moon?
Yeah, no.
They're saying 4 eclipses will occur this year. They're saying the first of these will take place during the early hours of Wednesday, May 26th, when the full moon becomes completely immersed in Earth's dark umbral shadow, producing the first total lunar eclipse since January 2019. Now, unfortunately, those who live in the eastern third of the United States will see little or nothing of this event. So we're not going to see any of it.
Oh, okay.
The visual show begins to get ready underway. The moon will either be approaching its setting or will have already set. Those who live in the central and especially the far western states have the advantage of seeing at least the first half of the eclipse, if not most of it, before moon set. They're saying people on a slice of the Pacific coast, as well as the southern and western parts of Alaska and all of Hawaii, the umbral phase of the eclipse will be visible from start to finish. They're saying the total eclipse time is going to be 14 minutes, 31 seconds. I guess the super blood moon will occur during the eclipse. Somehow, some way, it makes the moon look red. I don't know. Let me get this picture up here.
I kind of recall it in the past, yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know when, but somewhere along the line I remember seeing it.
Now you went and traveled, so you get a good vantage point of the solar eclipse, right?
Yeah, the solar eclipse that we had, 2017?
Mm-hmm.
That was the first one since like the 70s when we were just little nards. And I always wanted to go check it out. And I always thought that, they said you can't look at it. And I'm like, all right. So like I didn't understand that when you look at it, you just can't see the eclipse. It looks weird, for like it's a 35-mile shadow that goes across the United States or wherever the case may be. And you look in the sky and you see the sun, and it's bright like the sun, which you can't really look at anyway. It's just that it's like you're in a shadow. Like when a cloud is over you and it's blocking the sun, but everything else is light, that's what it kind of reminded me of. But yeah, it was a total eclipse, and you had to wear those special glasses in order to see the actual effect of the eclipse. And same with cameras. A camera, you can't take a picture of it. I had to take the eyeglass things that we had and put it over the camera to take pictures of the eclipse. And I got some decent pictures, nothing to brag about.
I didn't attend, but I was actually working that day, and we all went outside because we could see a portion of it. But I did that thing where you make the box with the hole in it, and you look in the box. You don't look at the sun, and you look inside. Yeah, well, I made one of those. It was pretty cool. I mean, I could see what was happening, but you had the front row seat there.
Yeah, we flew to Nashville, Tennessee for it, and checked out all the happenings in Nashville. And there was an Italian festival going on that day, so we bought tickets, and we bought VIP tickets to this thing, and for like $75, and it was hot as balls. It was July or August, and it was hot as hell, and they had a tent with I think a limited amount of free alcohol, Italian food, all you can eat, and there was like a little amphitheater that they had. Nothing big like the 1-800 Ask Gary amphitheater. Nothing that big, but small enough where a couple hundred people could sit. And we had the VIP. No one else was allowed to sit there, and we watched it happen. As the clouds rolled in, and just saw bits and pieces of it because of the freaking clouds. But it was cool. So it was kind of what I expected.
So there wasn't a thing with, honey, I'm going to run to the porta potty real quick, and then you came back and it had already happened. I mean, you didn't miss
everybody
it.
Packed up and they're gone. Yeah, it's almost like that. It's supposed to be like a 7-minute thing where, as it passes across. And, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. But my understanding, the next full solar eclipse is happening like in 2024.
Oh, not that far away.
Yeah. Yeah, so I waited 35 years for a solar eclipse, and there's one happening in 3 more years.
Is there a way to tell where the best vantage point's going to be on this one, when or no?
Yeah. Oh, I knew years ahead of time when the one in Nashville, or the path that came across Oregon, or Oregon, and it went out through South Carolina, and I'm like, okay, what cities are, what cool things are in the path. And Nashville, it came right over Nashville. So like, bingo. So we hung out on Broadway. We did the Grand Ole Opry. We did the steamboat dinner show cruise thing, and hung out at the mall. And
are you going to be able to see this next one in 24, like from the United States, or do you know?
I'll Google it right now.
Maybe we should do a remote broadcast from there, wherever that is.
Right.
We can write it off that way.
I got my Clubhouse page. I got to open a new page so I don't lose my Clubhouse to figure out how to get in the Clubhouse. Oh. Why is my phone not working, man? What the hell is up?
Just trying to get back in focus. That's all right. Well, I'm thinking that let's just plan it. Let's just put a pin in it. We'll plan it. We'll do a on-location type thing. Will be a great business write-off. Hotels, lobsters, caviar, the whole 9 yards. Limo riding.
This one's going to be good. April 8th, 2024.
Yeah?
It's going to go southwest to northeast. And let's see. Right through Mexico. You want to go to Mexico?
No, I'm good, thanks.
You're good?
Yeah.
Fun of you. Oh. Right through San Antonio, Texas.
Really?
Yeah. Looks like San Antonio, Arkansas, then through like just south of St. Louis, just south of Chicago, and Ohio, like right through Cleveland. Dude, let's go to Cedar Point.
Yeah, I've been there, dude. I've been there. It was a blast. Been
I
there
was
twice.
there in 2003. All right, Cedar Point it is. We'll go visit our friend Steve.
Wait, they live in that area now?
Steve, yeah, from my wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. We'll go visit his ass.
Oh, that's Steve. I was thinking of another Steve. Yeah. Steve M.
You know another Steve?
No, I remember. I was thinking of another Steve.
Yeah.
Guy's named Steve. There's too many of them.
Really? I think Mike from Steve.
Did you ever hear of a radio burst?
A radio what?
Radio burst. BURSTS. Radio bursts.
Burst?
Yes.
I'm guessing it's...
NASA has traced sources of a mysterious fast radio burst sending signals to Earth.
Was it Conway West again?
Yeah.
Conway West. Is that his name? Is that his name? Conway West? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Kanye West. Was it Kanye West? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed the timing on that one.
They're saying that no, it's not aliens, but NASA's using the Hubble Space Telescope. Astronomers have traced the locations of 5 deep space signals known as the fast radio burst, the FRBs. In 1,000th of a second, these powerful blasts generate as much energy as the sun does in an entire year.
Wow.
So they're saying, relax, keep your shirt on.
Conway.
These are not aliens trying to get in touch with us, but these are these giant bursts. This is according to CBSNews.com.
Way to go, Kanye. Does he play just his music, or is it other music too?
It's both kinds, country and western.
Taylor Swift?
Yeah,
he plays a little Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he don't care. Beyonce had the best album.
Yeah, whatever.
They're saying this is all due to their strong magnetic fields, magnetars, and they're quite unpredictable. In this case, the FRBs are thought to come from flares from a young magnetar. Massive stars go through stellar evolution and become neutron stars, some of which can be strongly magnetized, leading to flares and magnetic processes on their surface which can emit radio light. See, this is scarier than people think, because people aren't aware of this, but we've had solar flares affect the communications in our country before. It's happened, a solar flare that's coming from our sun. These things are much farther away, and they're saying that these things aren't any danger to us, but the government wouldn't lie to us, would they?
No, especially Kanye. Why would he lie? Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm I'm a believer that these things are more of a danger to us. Not these specific radio bursts, but the idea of a solar flare, radio burst of energy, because they say with the EMP, an electronic magnetic pulse, if there was an electronic magnetic pulse bomb, which these exist on the good side and the bad sides in this world, it just takes one of them to wipe out our whole country. Cars, computers, phones, everything will shut down. Our entire system will shut down. No, you won't need to worry about how much gas is, because you won't be able to pump it, because they're electronic pumps. They have computers in them. Everything will be wiped out with one EMP. So I think this is a bigger danger than the government's leading us on to believe.
Well, if Kanye, Axl Rose, and Adam Sandler all walked in this room right now, I wouldn't know which one to punch first. I don't know. So
I say it's okay because
it's a concern, and it's something that's as far as man-made magnetic pulse things, that's one thing. But beyond that, like things you got in the picture here, these are things that you can't worry about, because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen with or without your input. The world is going to go on way beyond human life on this planet. We're just a blip in the process of where this planet's going.
We're a pimple on the ass of time.
Exactly.
That's gonna be our new motto. I'm gonna get shirts that are made of that. A pimple on the ass of time.
Okay.
I like it. Well, we got the Space Force now, so there's no need to worry. I'm sure the Space Force will rescue us. But the Space Force did something kind of out of the ordinary here. You don't hear much about the Space Force. You're wondering what's going on with the Space Force. They just launched a missile-detecting satellite into orbit. The U.S. Space Force, this is according to Fox News, launched a $1 billion missile warning satellite into orbit. I guess they had a 24-hour delay initially, but it launched from Cape Canaveral here. The rocket used a Russian-built RD-180 main engine and strap-on solid fuel boosters. They say that they're going to be able to detect when one country shoots off missiles at another country, and they may be able to interfere with that process through this technology. This takes me back to the Ronald Reagan days when he psyched out the Russians and told them we had that Star Wars system. Do you remember that?
Yep, I sure do, and I personally think there's something up there like that now.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, there's been a secret space program, without a doubt.
Now, if this is the Space Force and they shot a rocket up, didn't you say that they did something out of the ordinary? Isn't that what they're supposed to do? Shoot rockets into space?
I think they're supposed to be like the military. They're supposed to, and this is what I mean by out of the ordinary is I haven't heard them telling me, oh, there's this rocket, this Atlas V rocket carrying this for the Space Force. I think it's more hushed. I don't think they announced it with the same fervor that a SpaceX would announce about their technology, and they're doing this. I'm sure they're open about these launches and this technology, but I'm sure they're not pushing it, and that makes it much more believable, I think, to our allies as well as people that want to do us harm. They may see that now as reality. Well, no, they didn't make a big deal of it, but it did happen. Oh, that must mean it's real.
And I remember reading something during the week that people were like, "Oh, why are they using Russian rockets? Blah blah blah." Well, my understanding they're less expensive and they work better. That's what I read.
Yeah. Well, why do people drive Japanese cars? Why do people do this? Why do people do that? Yeah, it's.
Yeah. Wow. So and it's. I was gonna say it's private business, but it's not private business. It's the government.
Well, I understand the whole Russia thing as well with the rockets, but that we've grown a partnership with Russia and some other countries through the space program, through the ISS. We talked about this on previous episode where Russia's taking its ball and going home. They're going to bail on the ISS and they're going to create their own space station. So, but after hearing a cat like Elon Musk,
a big porta potty in the sky.
After hearing a guy like Elon Musk talking about a base on the moon and a city on Mars, it makes me feel good to see. I got to meet Elon Musk. You know what? I'm going to have my intern call Elon Musk and see if we can have him on the show. How's that?
Dude, just tweet him.
Just tweet him, exactly.
It works for him, or works for MMA fighters. Why not for you? Why not? Sure.
Buddy, I don't understand how... Wow. So, according to the Associated Press, Lockheed Martin was awarded a $1.86 billion contract for the newly improved satellite, in addition to one slated to launch in 2022. So they got almost $2 billion to build 2 rockets to go into space.
Wow, and this is for the Space Force?
Yeah.
Wow, Lockheed Martin. They're on Kirkman Road there.
That's right. If you go too far down Kirkman Road, all of a sudden you can't even turn around. There's a guard shed. There's a guy out there with a rifle, gun, standing out by the guard shed.
Yeah. My wife has a friend who works for their credit union. Yeah. Martin Federal Credit Union. Ooh.
On the United Launch Alliance's Twitter page, they hashtagged Atlas V, Atlas 5 is what that stands for. The rocket deployed its 5th space-based infrared system geosynchronous Earth orbit. That's hashtag, if you're following along, SBIRSGEO5. The satellite to save lives through early warning missile detection. Yeah.
Early missile detection for our country, or are they doing it for someone else?
I think they're doing it for us. And, Reagan, we talked about Reagan before with the Star Wars thing. Reagan once said a thing that was quite curious before the entire UN. It was a quote, and I'm probably going to botch it here, but something to the effect of how quick we would all become great allies if we were attacked from beings from another place, an alien race. And I guess he's right. You may hate your neighbor across the street for this or that or whatever, but if somebody came and was shooting people on the block and you needed to help your neighbor, you'd probably help them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was an abbreviated version of this came along after 9/11, us and our allies, and even, like you said, people down the street, we all kind of came together. And the whole never forget thing where everybody basically is forgotten. But, it was a small version of that, which was a good feeling. But, people get complacent. People get lazy. People are stupid. Don't trust anyone. Measure twice, cut once.
You are going through the rules. I like it. We're hitting the rules early today. I like it. Well, bad news. Firefly selects SpaceX to launch its lunar lander. You know what I said about that? What the hell is Firefly?
Right. It looks like a washtub.
If you're looking at the picture, that is a picture of the Firefly Aerospace. They were awarded a contract to SpaceX for the Falcon 9 launch of its Blue Ghost lunar lander mission, carrying NASA and commercial payloads in 2023. Now, this is where I read through this whole thing. I did some show prep here. I did read this whole thing. I'm trying to highlight the area that I was on here.
It looks like a wash tub from my grandmother's house.
Crazy, isn't it?
With those white things on the top, you roll it through there to dry it and to wring it out. It's got fancy pedestal feet.
Firefly, this is according to spacenews.com. Firefly is developing its own launch vehicle called Alpha, with a first launch expected in the coming weeks. However, that rocket is not powerful enough to take Blue Ghost to the moon. That's what they're calling this thing, Blue Ghost. The Blue Ghost lunar lander.
Why bother?
So the high performance of SpaceX Falcon 9 launch vehicle permits a lunar transit using minimal Blue Ghost propulsion resources, thereby allowing the lander to deliver more than 150 kilograms of payload to the lunar surface. So they're saying by using this more powerful and better rocket from SpaceX, they can get more done and get up and running quicker. I like the idea. I like what they did. I like the ability to do it. And I'm sure Bezos is outside the door stomping and crying with a red face that he didn't get an opportunity with Blue Origin.
Right. Well, what do you expect? You know, if you do a half-assed job on something.
The one thing about that picture I put up here, and if you're watching the video, great. If you're not watching the video, you're not watching us, joining us live here on Twitch, go check out the video on YouTube here, because the picture I have up, that looks kind of fake to me. Of course, I know it's fake because they haven't landed this thing. But what I'm saying is, look at the technology, look at the shadows. I bet you if I told people right now that picture was of an actual thing on an actual another planet or a moon, I bet you 9 out of 10 people would believe that.
Yeah, why not?
That's what I'm saying. We never went to the moon. Back in the 60s, this is what they did. They faked it. They did these pictures. I was at the place in New Mexico where they filmed the moon landing.
Yeah. So how about that Kanye, huh?
No, this way, this is the first thing they're going to do is put this up there so you can do your wash on the moon.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. That's most important, you know. And maybe it doubles as a crapper. You know, you got to wash your clothes, you got to take a dump. So it might be a crapper laundry thing, ringer stuff with bad shadows.
What this Firefly did was pretty ingenious, though. Here's what they did. Check this out. They won a contract in February to send this up to the moon. They're getting these government contracts to do stuff, then they're bidding it out to other companies to do it for them. We could do that. We could just open up an office, be a contractor, and send out a bunch of subcontractors.
Yep, I've come to that realization that could be done a while ago, but it's that getting the contract up front. You gotta be someone who could sell freaking ice to Eskimos.
Are you kidding me? To a government official? All you got to do is write them a check personally.
I know someone. We point in the right direction here. Here we go. This way. No, that way. That way. Where are you? There, you're over here.
Let me get in focus here.
Someone who could sell ice to Eskimos.
I can. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it.
I know someone who could sell ice to Eskimos.
You set it up, I'll sell it. How about that?
What's that? Who, huh?
You set it up, I'll sell it.
Right. That easy.
Exactly. With this contract, SpaceX is now launching 5 of the 6 CLPS missions awarded by NASA to date. Intuitive Machines is using SpaceX Falcon 9 to launch 2 lunar lander missions, the first of which is scheduled for early 2022. Masten Space Systems selected SpaceX for its Masten Mission 1 lander scheduled for late 2022. Astrobotic announced on April 13th that its Griffin lander carrying the NASA Viper rover will launch on a Falcon Heavy as well. Man, Bezos is going to be steamed. There's just SpaceX.
Yeah. If it wasn't for you talking about Bezos and Blue Bayou or whatever the hell he's talking about, Blue Verizon, I wouldn't even know the damn shit stuff exists.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not a super NASA geek. I'm not a science guy. I'm not a tech guy. I'm not on Musk payroll or anything like that. What I am is I'm interested in interesting stuff. You can get the same boring political bullcrap on any channel. They're on all of them. You won't find a lot of the stuff we talk about here, and I pride myself in that. Thank you for pointing that out, Mike. But at the same time, how can you not look at this? This is what's going on that people aren't paying attention to. Which means that's what we need to pay attention to. You don't pay attention to the stuff they want you to pay attention to. You pay attention to this stuff. This is the stuff that matters. This is what's going to happen tomorrow.
I totally get it. I agree.
But I could be hit by a bus tonight and not be here tomorrow, so whatever.
Again?
Yes. Have you ever heard of the monkeys in Florida? Now be careful here.
I think I used to work with some of them. Are we talking about the monkeys at the from the movie Tarzan that are in that park place?
Not specifically, but you are correct. There are some there near Ocala. I've yet to venture there, and I've seen videos and pictures and people taking their boats to that area all the time. But
yeah, it's actually in that tourist attraction. Is it Silver Springs?
not too far.
Is that
You're
what's up
right.
there?
They call it the Glen at Silver Springs. Well,
Is it?
this is I'm referencing, and this monkey here is from
Mist.
Dania. Dania, that's by South Florida. That's kind of north of Miami. They disappeared from a Dania chimpanzee farm in 1948 into the mangrove swamp where descendants live today. Scientists have done a tracing of the origins of this monkey colony to the farm and the original escape, because there was questions like, where did these monkeys come from? These monkeys aren't native to here. Why are they in this swamp area? So it was a team led by FAU, that's Florida Atlantic University. They've traced the colony's origins to the Dania chimpanzee farm. The South Florida Sun Sentinel reported on Wednesday there was a monkey escape from the farm in 1948 with most of the monkeys recaptured, but not all of them. The rest disappeared into a mangrove swamp where their descendants live today. They said the colony's current members number about 41. So if you go to South Florida, there's 41 monkeys just running around.
41. 40 monkeys and one pissed off lonely monkey.
It's kind of like those strip clubs. 16 beautiful
God.
women and one ugly one.
Yep. And then next week the sign says, "We fired the ugly one." And then the week after that, we had to hire the ugly one back.
Here's my thing. I'm not going to be going out in a Florida mangrove swamp area near Dania anytime soon, because monkeys are wild. They're strong. They're crazy. They could give you some sort of disease. They could give you the Wuhan virus, right?
I have no clue, but
COVID.
I'm sure it's not good. You hear stories like that one woman wouldn't give her freaking chimpanzee wine, and he got pissed off and like ripped her face off.
Yeah.
No. I met Marcel from the sitcom Friends.
Yeah.
My wife and I were at a conference for her out in San Diego, and Marcel was there. And Marcel's a girl, and we got to get our picture taken with Marcel. And yeah, it's not a pleasant experience. I don't know. I'm not a big animal lover. So when a little tiny chimpanzee that's a little bit bigger than a shoebox, or I don't know, spider monkey, comes jumping up on your wife, and you get your picture taken. Whatever. Yeah. Do I want to touch this monkey? No. Do I want to touch a dolphin? Do I want to swim with the dolphins? No.
Well, that was the thing in the old days, and if you saw something from Italy or something, it was the guy with the grinder box, and the monkey would come out and dance and take off its hat, and you'd put money in the hat. Yeah. You remember seeing that in older movies and stuff? Yeah,
of course. Not a problem. I for some reason, I think I remember seeing it in person at some tourist places when I was little. But do I want to go over and make friends and touch the monkey and pet the monkey? No, I don't want to pet the monkey.
Maybe we should get the guys from movies to finish this one. That's a different kind. Those live in a different area of the house. These monkeys live somewhere else.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah. Swim with the dolphins? No, thank you. No need.
You don't want to swim with the dolphins?
I did it with Brenda. We did the whole dolphin thing, and like, kiss the dolphin, they'll take your picture. No, I'm not getting near that freaking thing. Salt water and slime and ugh. No, thank you. Next.
At one of those parks, at SeaWorld, I don't know if you've been dining at this one restaurant, I forget the name of it, but you can sit next to the giant aquarium where these giant fish are swimming by, and it wasn't like RFC where they had big fish in an enclosed environment. This was like part of the aquarium, part of one of the big aquariums there at SeaWorld. And you could sit there and eat your shark steak while you were watching the shark, or you could eat this or that. I was like, my gosh. Why don't we
Yeah,
just shoot the cow on the way in? I mean, Christ.
Well, it's like when you go in, you pick your lobster out. I'll
Red
take that
lobster,
one right
yeah.
there. Yeah, it's I don't know, a dining experience they have, like dinner with Shamu or something like that. They call it Shamu, whatever. Yeah, they've had it for a while. I don't know where it's located in there. You know, I was just there a couple months ago, but I've never done the SeaWorld dining experience.
I mean, when I go to eat dinner in a restaurant at Disney World, I'm not eating a mouse.
Well, maybe you're not.
if I'm that guy that listened to the videotape we made for him,
Right.
eating his food. Hey, there's a problem at Disney. Speaking of SeaWorld, there's stuff's happening at Disney. They've had monorail problems now. First they had the sky bucket
again?
problem. Now they got a monorail problem.
Anybody die this time?
According to WDWNT.com, Walt Disney World monorail track near Magic Kingdom struck by construction vehicle. Service is currently suspended. So not only did it interfere with the monorail, and the accident happened on the road between Disney's Contemporary Resort and the Magic Kingdom bus loop. So now what's happened is it's interfering with traffic, vehicle traffic, as well as the monorail. So that's great.
Well, and the buses load and unload right there. And also, as you come around from the Contemporary to counterclockwise to the Magic Kingdom, off of that track right by where the buses are is the service track that leads back by Disney University where they store the monorails.
Isn't that crazy?
So I wonder, well, that, or they're also doing the Tron roller coaster there. So does that have something to do with it? Is that where the construction is that they're speaking of? The construction vehicle or equipment?
I don't know. It said between the Contemporary and the bus loop, so I'm sure that's not a fun situation.
Okay, right. Or maybe a crane was coming through. I don't know.
What the hell happened here? I had a nice picture here. I don't know what happened. It made it small, and it made it backwards. So I'm just going to take it down.
Yes.
But let me tell you what that was a picture of. Disney has a new thing that they have with the Snap technology. So basically, it's the augmented reality situation where you can line up your phone and your phone will take a picture, and when you look at the picture, Mickey and Minnie are like leaning in the picture
on your
with
shoulder,
you and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Have you heard of that?
Oh, I heard of it, and I knew they were able to do it with, like, when they when the Disney photographers take your picture, they can do that, and like you could put your hand out, and Tinkerbell will be on your hand. Like, they'd be able to do it that way, but with your own cell phone to do, I guess, frames of some sort is actually kind of cool.
I've seen something like that in the car business where somebody had one of the major manufacturers had a car advertisement for a new model coming out, and you would click on the QR code through the augmented reality thing. What happened is you could use the barcode scanner or your camera to click on the barcode, and it would send you to the augmented reality splash page or whatever, and you could see the car from all the way around. It was like having the car on your phone, and you could get inside the car and outside the car via your phone. So
that's cool.
To that extent, that was cool. That's been like 7-8 years ago, but at the same time, Disney's going to charge for this, I bet. It's called Photo Pass. Anything that says a pass, you're going to have to pay for, right?
Yep. Well, they have one now. Remember, like, you can go and get your pictures taken, and you can go look at your pictures at the end of the day. And then they digitized everything, where they give you a card, and it has a QR code on it, and they scan the code, they take your picture, it goes into your digital wallet. And you can do individual pictures, or you can do a pass. And for like $150, you could do a pass of all the pictures from your entire stay or your entire day. And I'll bet you this will be an upgrade to that. This will be an add-on. Well,
you know, if I'm a family and we've saved up 10 years to come to Disney or whatever, we're kind of spoiled. I mean, we worked on property. We've been around it for a long time.
Yep.
You know, I don't think that I have the same view of Disney as somebody from Nebraska who came that one time, you know, and they probably won't be able to go back for some reason.
Exactly.
You know? Not to pick on people from Nebraska. I'm just saying, you know, I get it. You know, it's expensive.
The average
vacation.
family saves 3 to 4 years to go to Disney. And, you know, it was like a mailman going for a walk on his day off for us. No big deal.
Yeah, I've been so burnt. I was burnt out on Disney before I started working on property. I was done. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
People would ask me where to go to the bathroom and stuff, and I would, because I interacted with the public, and I would tell them the farthest freaking possible bathroom. You know, just I'd make up stuff. Make it
Excuse
entertaining.
me. Where's the toilets? They're
Where's
in the
the
bathroom,
loo?
lady. They're in the bathroom. Dead serious. Dead serious. Had a British woman ask me that.
I'm wondering how much they're going to charge for this.
And do they charge per picture? Do they charge per day? They charge. I don't
The
know.
Mickey and Minnie Mouse lenses will be available in the Snapchat app only at Walt Disney World Resort. But to celebrate the launch and other special experiences to come, you can try them at home anywhere in the U.S. until June 3rd. So I guess
Right.
we need to get on Snapchat and check out this Disney thing. Disney
The
Mickey
thing
Mouse
is-
lenses.
They're missing the boat here. They're missing the brand recognition. Instead of having Mickey Mouse Snapchat, they need to have Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And go
No,
with
Clubhouse was that other thing, that private
Yeah,
thing
that-
on the last
that would-
show.
that we're gonna take by storm whenever it comes around.
Mickey Mouse Club. Did you watch that when you were a little kid? Like,
Yeah, of course.
now
The-
was
the
your
Mickey Mouse
version black and
Clubhouse.
white like mine, or was it color?
It was black and white, and I don't think that version of it was ever color. But now it's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You know, it's not the cartoon that my boys watch is the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, there's fun inside. Which, of course, my dirty mind says it in a completely different way. So, come inside, there's fun inside. Come
That's
inside,
funny.
come inside. Whatever.
Nice. Kids,
yeah.
get your parents' permission before listening or watching.
Exactly, yes. You've been warned twice.
This is all in celebration of Walt Disney World Resort 50th anniversary. That's right, 1971 to 1921.
Yep, October 1st. Yeah, there's supposed to be a big celebration going on. They're supposed to rebuild Epcot by the time October comes along, but with this whole COVID thing, I doubt that's going to happen. So it'll probably be pushed back. You know, how many people know it's 1971? So they'll just call it something else. You know.
So they're having an 18-month 50th celebration, and you can take. Here's what you could do. Check this out. To mark the occasion, Disney PhotoPass Service is working with Snap to virtually transform Cinderella's castle. With the My Disney Experience app, you'll be able to place your favorite image captured by Disney PhotoPass photographers on the iconic castle with augmented reality. Then you look through your camera lens and you'll see a beautiful mosaic of the special moments shared by our guests over 50 years. The best part is you can share your memory with your friends and family, and the next time they're smart. They're trying to create their own social media platform with pictures in the park, giving you a premium experience, and now everybody's going to have that same premium experience. Are you even going to stand in line for your picture with Mickey behind the plexiglass? Why would you? You can have him anywhere you want.
Right?
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's kind of what they're doing now with the whole Tinkerbell in your hand thing, and they're just taking it to the next level and,
I like it.
and calling it brand new.
Hats off to them for doing something. Now, it's yet to be implemented here, pardon me. You know, I'm sure it'll be done right, though. I'm sure they'll throw too much money at it, and if it's not right, they'll throw more at it to fix it.
95% of the time, Disney does it right. You know, they don't scrimp on anything, and they're the mirror that everybody else is judged by. You know,
Without a doubt.
Yeah, you know, people. You do what you do, and then people will be like, well, Disney does it this way. This is the right way to do. And, having Disney on your resume isn't a bad thing either.
No, I know a lot of people who have, had a good time working at Disney or on Disney property, and that was the smartest move I think Disney made years ago before they hit big growth spurts like after Epcot. They realized that they're not in the food business. They're not in the photography business. They're not into selling tchotchkes business. What they can do is they can sub that crap out, let the people that do that crap right, and they can still make the same money, but don't have to deal with it. Smartest thing they did. contract that stuff out, and do what they do best, put the Disney spin on everything.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, you look around the Orlando area, it's like you said, they set the standard. And not only do these other attractions like Universal, SeaWorld, not only is everything spotless and clean and to a certain level of expectation by its customers, that has transformed in the Central Florida area to other local businesses, to communities, to roadways. It's hard to find a Jersey Turnpike looking area around Central Florida. It doesn't exist.
No, yeah, and all the roads are new. Like up here, we have some potholes, but Central Florida, everything is new. Everything was thought out, well, except for I-4. That's a federal thing. But all the roads, 192, 3 lanes in each direction. They did that in the late 90s, and they didn't just put traffic lights there. They put the traditional traffic lights, but they painted them, and they're purple. They're nice. It has a different color to it. They made the sidewalks wider. They have more green area. All their signage is purple, and there's the mile markers. Where you could find things. Where's the Long John Silver's mile marker 15? And why did I say that? Because that's where the Long John Silver's is.
I think what's happened is a lot of the localities initially weren't on board. They didn't see that they could make money on this situation. They didn't understand that. Oh, I'm 50 miles from Disney. How's that going to affect? It is going to affect you. If people are going to driving past you, you'll be able to sell stuff. You'll be able to sell stays from people who don't want to stay on property. There's tax-based money that you're going to get from Disney, even though they hardly pay taxes, I'm sure. You're going to get some through the economy surrounding Disney. It makes sense to jump on board, man.
Yeah. No, it's unbelievable. That whole area where the White Castle is, that was forest and swamp for years, and finally, I remember driving through there in the late 90s and the 2000s going, why is there nothing here? I'm guessing it's because someone held on to that property until recently. In the next coming weeks, you're going to see me at Portillo's right there in the parking lot of White Castle, so I'll be there checking that out, and you'll see video here, I'm sure. Hey, speaking of pictures, I know we were just talking about pictures. Ozzy Osbourne took a shot in the dark. Thank you. I'll be here all week. That's from TMZ. And again, I don't know why my pictures are short on the video here, but at least you can look at this one and can't tell it's backwards. But that is Ozzy Osbourne. I'm sure that's an older picture because he doesn't look like he's 150 there. He looks like an alien there.
Exactly. I should put him on the alien segment. Well, listen, he took a shot in the dark and it's paying off. According to TMZ.com, he recovered some of the music gear looted from a school with ties to his late pal Randy Rhoads. Sources connected to the case tell TMZ Randy's first electric guitar and original PV amp used for his Quiet Riot album were recovered earlier this week after someone turned them into police. We're told that items have been handed over to Randy's family, and even though Ozzy put up $25,000 reward, it was not claimed. So I guess somebody realized the error of their ways and realized that they better do the right thing. That's something else, man. I didn't even know any of that happened. Did you?
I did. I heard of it, but it was just like one-time thing that I heard it mentioned, and I never heard anything about it again. With the circles that I frequent, and the cruises and the rock bands and stuff. I heard it mentioned when it happened, and never heard anything about it afterwards. So.
Speaking of rock bands, speaking of Ozzy, speaking of places, speaking of stuff, Rockville. It's going to be back on. It's going to be in Daytona. It's been in Jacksonville for many years. Was supposed to be in Daytona last year. Was canceled with the pandemic, of course. Right. But they're stretching this to 4 days now. I'll be attending. I'll be there.
That's crazy. All 4 days you're going?
Yeah. And Ozzy was there at the last one 2 years ago that I went to. Horrible performance. Horrible. Just the guy needs to stop. I mean, he was old when we were in high school. He was freaking
exactly. Old. In Jacksonville, was it at the Jaguar Stadium?
Yeah, it was right next to it, the Jaguar Stadium there. And talks were, because they were building that little thing next to it, Daly's place. They were building that.
The amphitheater?
Yeah.
Alice Cooper announced him and Mace Frehley are going to be playing there Tickets are way too high just to see Alice Cooper.
I've been to that. It was for an NFL event. It was for a draft event, and it looks like it'd be a cool place to see a show. But anyway, here's some of the bands that are going to be there over these days here. And I want you to give me a yes or no. Matter of fact, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You're going to see them. You're not going to see them. Okay. Thursday, 9 Inch Nails is the headliner. Deftones, Cypress Hill, Stone Temple Pilots. Now, for you folks that are listening and not watching, Mike's giving a thumbs down all the way across the board here. I'm not going to get into these other names of bands we haven't heard of there. I'm going to go right to Friday. Metallica, Rob Zombie, Social Distortion, Chevelle. Mike, you are friggin' old, man. Still with the thumbs down. Is your arm getting tired?
It is, just a little bit.
Pennywise, Beartooth, Starset. Wow, I've seen most of these bands I'm talking about here, and you still have thumbs down. Let's go to Saturday. Headliner, Disturbed, The Offspring. Oh, Disturbed got a
halfway.
Halfway. How about The Offspring?
Halfway.
Halfway. Stained.
Yeah. No.
Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Asking Alexandria.
Who? Asking who?
Asking Alexandria. Yeah. No,
is that like Breaking Benjamin?
Them, they're great. Gwar. You have to see Gwar.
Gwar.
They come out in these giant heads and giant costumes and shit.
Yeah. My arm's getting tired.
Bad Flower.
What?
Sick Puppies. Atreyu. No? All right, one more day here. Hold that arm up. Still with the thumbs down during most. The last day, Sunday, they're giving Metallica another headline in the same festival. They're going to have a completely different set Friday and Sunday. Leonard Skinner, which I don't see how. What are they going to do, dig up the bodies?
Leonard Skinner is the only band that I actually seen live and was like just drunk and not really paying attention, and I thought they were playing the freaking CD. that band is so tight.
No, I've seen them.
And they're so tight and I guess good at playing live.
I'm not sure. I think they only have like one original member of the band left.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though their contract or their whatever says there has to be two original members of the band.
So is that a thumbs down for Leonard Skinner or a thumbs up?
Yeah. Seen it, been there, done that.
Okay, thumbs down then. Mudvayne, Mastodon. Yeah. One of my son's favorite groups. Anthrax. Falling in Reverse. Of Mice and Men. Nothing, huh?
Nope.
All right, so I guess you will not be attending the Rockville in Daytona.
No. And I know many people are excited about it. Seen it on Facebook. It being pseudo-local here. Some of the people that I know in the area that indulge in the Monsters of Rock will be going to that too.
Now, I'll be quite frank with you. I am one of the older people in the crowd when I go. I'm not gonna BS you there, but
right.
I'm not all about it either. I'm not up there crowd surfing and mosh pitting and all that stuff.
Hanging out back by the soundboard.
However, I am gonna try to get, and I think I talked about him before, Mosh Pit Jesus on the show here. There's a guy dresses like Jesus, and he goes to various festivals. He's got the cloaks on, the big red swoosh thing, the long hair, the Jesus haircut, the Jesus facial hair.
The big red what? The big red swoosh.
He has like a big red swooshing sash on. He has like a beige cloak, and he has like a big red swooping swoosh slash.
Big swoosh, huh?
Anyway, the guy takes pictures with people, and he's got a persona on Facebook. You can look him up, Mosh Pit Jesus. I'll be trying to get him on the show.
In San Antonio, Texas, there's actually a guy called Spurs Jesus.
Nice.
And he wears the white with the big swoosh thing, and I guess he goes to the Spurs games, and I'm locked. Can you hear me?
Yeah, barely. We're running out of time, though. We got 30 seconds.
Yeah. So, yeah, they have Spurs Jesus in San Antonio. Same thing, only different.
Nice. All right. I hear some music starting up. Do yourself a favor. Check out Gino Losi. Do fishing with him. Check out the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. Dustin Levine, my good friend there. And remember the rules.
Yes.
We'll be talking to you later here. Thanks for joining us on episode, what was this, 23?
23.
23?
Take care, folks.
All right. See ya.
Good night. Ciao.